Well, good morning. Today is Tuesday, but it's actually a wonderful Wednesday thought. It's Tuesday morning. I was reflecting today because I'm in a bit of a pressurized situation, but I was looking on the news, and to be fair, there are many people in really difficult situations, losing jobs and finding that they've been on furlough but haven't got a job to go back to. I was looking at a story about museums that are embarrassed about reopening and wondering what the circumstance or culture they'll be opening to will be when they have artifacts that have been stolen through slavery from ancient African civilization, and yet they look around and see no black curators within their staff. I see people who are working within governments and they're questioning their own decisions based on statistics that cause them to question decisions that they've made. And also, I work with a whole number of people who face life-changing situations because of mental and physical scars that they have because of the carelessness of other people that have caused them lifelong disability. And I woke up this morning with a verse in mind. It comes from a song that helps me remember it, and it says this: "The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases, his mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning, great is your faithfulness, O Lord, great is your faithfulness." And I was thinking, goodness, sometimes I don't necessarily see that. And so I looked it up, and it's from a book in the Bible called Lamentations. And interestingly, these are a cluster of about, 2 verses, but in a cluster of about 6 or so verses, where in the middle of about 5 chapters, which are of complete despair, this group of people, their lives and livelihoods and way of life and worship had been completely destroyed by the Babylonians. It's about 2.5 millennia ago, 2,500 years ago, and everything had been destroyed. And this poem, it ends with despair, asking God, would you have mercy? We know you are the God of the past, but our ancestors have got it wrong. And because of that, we're facing a real bad situation. And we have no hope. And they're looking for an answer and for God to answer that prayer. But in essence, what I find amazing is that 500 years later, that answer did come in the life of Jesus. And Jesus' life, death, and resurrection brought hope to a nation, brought hope to individuals. And I think what's incredible about is God showed us through Jesus that there's another dimension to life than just the physical, just the material. And that's what brings me hope, that when everything around me doesn't point towards a hope in God, spiritually I can have a peace, because in this dimension, because of Jesus and what I've come to discover about him and my relationship with God through him, is that God does care, and God does see, and God does see my pain. And he has answered that through Jesus. And this is a weird concept, and it's taken me time to test, to prove, to experience. But I've been in a community of people called the church, and this is a community of hope. And there are great churches all around Oxford and all around the world that are full of people that may well be like a number of us in distress, but yet they have this hope. Some of us are celebrating for different reasons, but yet we don't get carried away because we know this hope of God is far better than any of that. So whatever your circumstance today, I pray that you would discover God's hope and his mercies today.